Hey guys, it's Robin. Welcome to the nest. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make double rosettes. And I'm going to use the baking cups again. I've done another video where I've done the rosettes and it went over well, but I found these mini baking cups at Tuesday morning a couple of days ago, and they have all kinds of really cute little patterns on them, so I wanted to see what I could make with them today. So that's what we're going to do. You will need a 1-inch circle punch, a 1.5-inch circle punch, a die cutting machine. If you don't have one, we can work around that. Circle dies, that would be the circumference of just a little bit larger than the bottom of your cups. You'll need some Scotch Quick Dry or whatever your favorite liquid adhesive is. I'm using, I also use the glossy accents for centers. You'll need some foam, double-sided foam tape. What else do you need? A bone folder. And then anything that you want to embellish it with. I've used the Tim Holtz mirrored hearts, some of these flatback pearls, some cut-aparts that was in a Maggie Holmes paper pad that I had, plus these. And then I used, on some of them I used some baker's twine. So I'll do, if I embellish it, I'll do just a quick one for you. These actually all go pretty quick, but I won't get into details. So what you'll need is your 1.5-inch circle punch to punch just a solid cardstock. This will be your base. And then one of the cups. Each rosette, of course, takes 2 cups because it's a double rosette. So what I was doing, now these have a wax lining in them, so and they're really good cupcake or baking cups to do this with. However, you do have to work with them a little bit more, and you see how I'm opening that up. So I was doing that with my fingers just in the very bottom, and then I've been taking my bone folder and going around the bottom as well, like that. That is so my die cut will fit in there really good and will stick to my magnetic platform. And I tried using a punch and I couldn't get it to work. None of the punches that I have will work anyway. You may have some, but so before I put my die on there, I ran it through my Big Shot just to flatten it some, but I did not want to lose the integrity of all of these ruffles around the edge. So after I ran it through, it will look something like this, and you can see there's still some dimension on it, but if you'll do that and then put your circle down in the bottom and then your plate on top and run it through, it will be perfect every time. Now, if you don't have a Big Shot or a die cutting machine or something like that, it isn't any problem. Just try to lay some books or something on your baking cups just to get them to flatten out some. And then you can take and fold your baking cup in half, and if they have little ruffles on them like this, then just try to line them up. And then you just take, and we're going to cut, let's see here, oops, my finger's stuck. We're going to cut right around this lip right here. And let me see if I can cut my light on. Whoops. Sorry. Let's see if that helps. You'll be able to see maybe a little bit better. Okay, so where I'm going to cut is right below this lip where the bottom of the baking cup is. So that's what I'm going to do here. And we're just going to cut that out and throw that part away. Then there you go. There's that. Now, if you were using a die cutting machine, oh no, wait a minute, that's on something else. I'm skipping ahead, sorry, forget that. So what I'm going to do now is take this piece and adhere it to this 1.5 inch circle. And since these have the wax backing on them, I have to use hot glue. So what I found was if I turn it upside down and then put my hot glue on and lay it on top like this, I wasn't getting burned nearly as bad. So did that, and right here is what it'll look like once you get that on there. And then you start thinking about options that you have. So we're going to make another rosette. Let's just go ahead and make the other rosette, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So for our next one then, we'll take, I'm using the striped for my top layer. And what you'll do here is you'll take, let me make sure that's one, yes. So on this one, it's just like my other tutorial. You have mountains and valleys. So right in the valley, you're going to cut up to the bottom of your cup. And then we're going to cut right below, because we don't want any of that curve in our rosette, because it will cause it not to lay flat. So we just cut that out. Now we're going to glue this back, and they will overlap like that. And that's where we'll use our wet glue. And because it's we're gluing on this paper right here, they've been holding, but I couldn't get them to hold well with the wax back for this, and I was too impatient for glossy accents. So, and then if you have a little wonky edge right here, it isn't any big deal. You just go in and just clip it off. Make it all pretty. You can't see, you can't even tell where I did that. So we'll get one that's dried, and we'll need another. We'll need a 1 inch circle this time. And we'll put my lid back on here before this dries out. And so what I do here is, with both of my thumbs, this one over here is going to be the one that's going to smash, and this one's going to push. So I'm going to kind of gather as I go and then smash. I don't know a better way of saying it. And then push together and press. We'll say press, that sounds better. Push together and press. And just kind of push together and press. And just keep going, so on and so forth. All the way around, because what we're trying to do is make our opening not quite as big. And you can kind of tell, you know, where you may need to press a little more. And I'm only pressing right at the bottom. I'm not pressing up in here, because again, we don't want to lose the integrity of the pleats, because that's what makes them so pretty. So there. Now see, this is what it looks like when you cut them out. So you see the difference? See why I do that? Now what I'm going to do is I can't bring my glue gun over here, but I'm going to take and put a dab of glue right in the center, and then hopefully I'll be able to come back over here and show you real quick how to get the rosette on there. Okay, so there's my glue. Now I'm just going to take and kind of lay that and center it where my hole's right over that. And I'm pushing in. Can you see? I am pushing in as I am pushing down. So that I get my glue on there, and so it will glue down really good. And then I'll take my bone folder, put it like that. See how the back is? And just press it like so, and that's what it looks like. So there's our two tiers. Now here's where you have different options. You can take and just do them where they're completely flat, like this one. And this little, the pink part right here, that's actually the bottom of one of the cupcake liners that look like this. They turn out looking like little bottle caps. So I just took another 1-inch punch, punched out cardstock, and put the glued it there, and then put a single layer of double-sided tape on top of that, just for stability and to hold it up to where you can maintain these little ripples, and then popped it, right on the top, and then put a flat back pearl. So that's how I did that one. And then this one right here is relatively flat as well, meaning that I didn't put the double-sided foam tape on it, but there's an option. And then you use what you have. So let me show you what I'm going to do next with the dimensional foam tape. So we're going to need this, but I'm not going to use it quite yet because I'm going to put some baker's twine in the bottom. So when I'm using the foam tape, I just double it up like that and cut me a little rectangle or whatever. And then I'm going to put some baker's twine on this one because I made several like this and I'm really liking the baker's twine. So I just wrap it around my hands. You guys probably already know how to do that. And so I'm going to fix it to where my ends, well, I don't guess it much matters. Yeah, it does. I don't want my ends showing. So I'm just going to kind of do it like that. And for me, there's really no rhyme or reason how to do it, but we have to make sure that it adheres. So I'm going to put a little bit of extra glue here. Probably use hot glue, but it's on the other table, so use what's here and that will be fine. And then I'm going to take my doubled up foam tape and put it on the back of this rosette, right like that. And then I'm going to move this over and I'm going to center it on top of all of this, right like that. And now, what am I going to do now? I'm going to put, what do I put? Oh, that little camera's awful cute. But that flower is too. Let's put that, oh, that one's really pretty. Let's put that flower. Okay. Just make it simple, simple, simple. There we go. And then if I want to, I can always add like a little word or something, you know, sticking out here on it. Let me show you some that I've made to where you can get some more ideas. I did this one, and that's using the flat back gems. And then I made this one, and this is what I was talking about, putting a little word of some sort on there with a little bird. And then I made this one, and this one is just a piece of ephemera that I cut from one of the paper pads. And this one, and I think that one needs a little bit something else, so I'll add something else to it. I was just trying to churn some out to give you some options. And then I made this one. So let me show you some projects that you could do with these, some examples. So you could make a card like this one. It just says hello, and I punched out some gold and white butterflies, and then I added a pink doily in the background. And these two little corner pieces are the Spellbinders thinlits that I picked up at Tuesday morning, and then that's what the inside looks like, and I just used a border punch here. So that's what you can do with some of these rosettes. Or you could, oh no, it fell off. That's what I get for using hot glue. Okay, well, we're going to pretend that that is, no, we're not. I'm going to stick it on there. Sorry, guys. So I burned myself earlier and had turned my hot glue gun down, and it was too cold. So there we go. It's back on there. So there's another option. You can make a tag. And this is just a black chipboard tag. And there's the rosette and what I put on it. I just added a little bow over here, and then in the background, this is some Maggie Holmes paper from, I think, Chasing Dreams, and then this was just a little thinlet that I had cut out, and it was laying on my desk where I've been working on fairy things as well. So I just popped that on there to give it a little bit more something, but that's my little tutorial. I'm having a blast with these, and just think of all of the different ways that you could use these. I showed in my other video a couple of years ago where you can put these on a layout in your albums, or you could put them on the front of a mini album or inside a mini album. These colors just happen to go really well with the excuse me, with Maggie Holmes papers. And so I just thought that I would make a bunch up, because sometimes I just want to do something quick and easy and simple and fun. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you would like to try this. And thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.